Hey guys, welcome back to ZoomNets to our email marketing training tutorial. And in this video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to create your email sequences. This is a really important step in your whole entire email marketing because this is going to help you nurture your subscribers so that you can get the best optimization possible with your email campaign and get the most amount of conversions. We're going to be talking about how to avoid the spam folder and the different types of emails you need to have in your email marketing sequence, as well as how to increase your open rate by writing the best subject lines possible, and then also just figuring out what to write in your emails as well. So we're going to get into all of that. So let's get started. Hey guys, so before we get started on creating our email sequences, one of the more important things that we got to get ourselves familiar with is how we can avoid the spam folder. So you can be writing some really great emails, but if you're sending your emails and they're ending up in your subscribers' spam folder, they're not going to even see your email or the subject lines, and they're never going to get a chance to open those emails, or they might end up in a promotions tab. So we want to try to get our emails deliverability rate up as much as possible. And I'm going to give you some helpful tips that you can avoid ending up your emails in the spam folder and then increase your deliverability for your emails. All right, so the first one is avoid spam trigger words. A lot of email service providers have filters that are designed to flag emails that contain certain words that are commonly associated with spam. So such terms like free or urgent or win or excessive use of exclamation marks. So try to focus on providing valuable and relevant content. And then if you don't know what other spam trigger words out there that you can avoid, you can go to websites like HubSpot that has a list of all the spam words that you can avoid when you're sending out emails. So, and they also regularly update this list, so you can check and see if you are using the words that they're have listed on there. Now, if you want to have a automatic way of doing this, there's another tool that you can also use. So it's called Send Forensics that auto check your email for spam words, and then it analyzes your deliverability. So you can also use tools like that to kind of help you with that. The next is avoid spammy formatting. So don't do anything like over stylizing your fonts or your capitalizations, punctuations, or adding like too many emojis, adding bright colors to make your email look suspicious. So let's try to stick to a more clean and professional design that's going to enhance the readability of your emails. Third, keep your subject lines simple, and clear and concise subject lines are less likely to be flagged as spam, right? So avoid deceptive or misleading subject lines that may frustrate or mislead the recipients. A lot of subscribers, when they receive an email and the subject line is kind of misleading, it increases your bounce rate, it increases your unsubscribe rate, and these are all going to affect your entire score. And then over time, if you got too many emails that are bouncing, too many emails, people are unsubscribing or having too many complaints, they're going to flag your domain, and then your email deliverability rate is going to drop because a lot of these email service providers are going to start recognizing that, hey, there's a lot of emails being sent from this same exact domain, and every time majority of them are not deliverable. So it's going to decreases your score, and then less and less people are going to see your emails. So you want to be careful with that. 4. Write friendly. In a friendly and conversational tone. Write like you're writing to a friend. So avoid aggressive or overly salesy language that may be perceived as spam. So try to build a connection with your audience by addressing them personally and providing value in your email content. And then fifth is stay relevant. A lot of emails you don't want to be sending out to your list for irrelevant emails, right? So if you have a list that is niched in a particular niche, like say health and fitness, you don't want to be sending them an email that's promoting a business opportunity offer. So it's completely irrelevant, and that's going to throw them off, and you're going to get a lot of unsubscribes, you're going to get a lot of bounce, you're going to get a lot of complaints from that. So try to stay relevant. So sending relevant content to the right people is going to increases engagement and reduces the chance of being marked as spam. And then 6, manage expectations. So be transparent about what your recipients can expect from your email. So clearly communicate the frequency and the type of content they're going to receive when they subscribe. So the first email that you send is always the most important one, your welcome email, right? So if somebody opt in your funnel or your email opt in and they're expecting an ebook, then that's what they should be expecting as your first welcome email. You don't want to just go send straight them to a sales page on your first welcome email. You want to give them what they were expecting. And then you also want to set expectations for what they might get from you in the future with your follow-up emails. And then last thing is get them to engage. So try to encourage your recipients to interact with your emails by including clear and prominent call to action buttons or links, and encourage replies, ask for feedbacks, invite them to participate in surveys or polls or even like Facebook groups, and just try to get them to engage so that your email is less likely to be marked as spam. Because if people are not engaging with your email, then the email service providers, these systems are going to just start marking your email as a spam, and then it's slowly going to push you to the spam folder. Okay, so next we're going to get into the different types of email that you're going to be sending. There are actually 4 types of email that you're going to be sending, and it all comes down to these 4, right? So the first type is your welcome email. This is just to introduce yourself and your business, whatever offer that you're promoting. And this is also where your prospect is going to get the free lead magnet that you probably offer or may not offer from the opt-in page, right? So if they opted in for a free ebook, then this is where you're going to send them the free ebook, and this is where they're going to be able to download it. Always make them open the first email that they can download the lead book. Don't have the lead magnet to be downloadable on a thank you page. So always make sure that the lead magnet is downloadable on the email the first email, the welcome email. The second is your content email. This is where you're just providing valuable content to your prospects, giving them tips and tricks on how they can improve whatever it is that they're looking for, right? So if they're opted in, you're in a health and fitness niche, these might be tips on how to eat healthy, different recipes. So you want to try to provide as much value to them as possible with these emails. And the third is your pitch email. So this is where you're actually promoting your offer. This is where you're actually trying to make a sale. So in these emails, you're highlighting the benefits of the product that you're promoting. You might write some reviews about it. You're basically talking about why they should check out the offer, why they should check out this product. And then the fourth type is, I call it a hybrid. It's a combination of the content and the pitch. So it's a really cool way of looking at it is like you're offering them a solution and you're doing it in a way that is providing them a valuable content, but then you're pairing it with the product that you're also promoting. So you might say something like, for example, if you're promoting for a keto diet, right? Here is how to get into losing weight fast with keto than normal people is you might have like personalized keto diet meal plan, how to personalize it. You write tips on how to personalize it, and then at the end you're linking up to like your offer that shows them exactly how they can get a personalized keto diet plan. So you're pairing it with the content, but you're also soft pitching it. So I like this format a lot because it gives you a chance to pitch your offer, but also provide a ton of valuable content for your email for your subscribers as well. So there's a lot of numerous email nurture sequences out there, but I'm just going to give you the most straightforward nurture sequence, and I think that's going to yield the highest conversion rate. Email that you're going to have is your welcome email. So this is where they download the lead magnet or whatever other freebie that you're going to be offering. And then your second email is going to be your content. You're going to try to provide as much value as possible to your subscribers with some content within the niche that you're in. Third, you're going to do the same thing again, content. This is going to build up more trust with your prospects. You don't want to go straight into selling them something or promoting them something. You want to first build up rapport with them, build up trust by creating valuable content that they're going to be able to consume. And then the fourth you're going to do is soft pitch, which is a combination of the content plus a pitch. So this is where you're going to start introducing your offer slowly. And then the fifth, you're going to do the same thing again. and then you're gonna introduce the content plus the pitch, and then 6, that's when you're gonna send a hard pitch. So you're going to only talk about the product, and at this point you should have already warmed up your audience enough and build enough trust with them that they're going to be opening up your email and they're gonna actually see the actual the sales email. And then you're gonna go back to content again, and then a content and pitch, and then content and pitch, and then pitch. And then you can just keep sequencing out the rest of the way to like 20 days, 30 days. Just keep doing a lot. What I like to do is basically alternate between content pitch once it gets sequenced out to like day 20 or day 30, right? So you just want to keep doing that way. And that's gonna help you build rapport, maintain rapport with them, and then nurture them for the long run, and then just kind of like keep you in top of their mind throughout for the next couple of days. Sometimes they don't buy in day 6 or day 7 or even day 10. They might even buy a day 30. They might buy a day 90. I've had people who didn't purchase from me until 3 months later. So you just got to keep sending them emails, man. You got to keep creating content and pitching them, and then coming up with different ideas and stuff. And I'm going to show you how you can come up with different email sequences and different what to write, and how to come up with new ideas. So how do you come up with the content ideas to write for your emails so that you can keep top of mind with your prospects? And also, how do you just write better emails, right? So one of the ways that I do this is by subscribing to other email lists to kind of get ideas of what they're writing about. So whatever your niche is, then you can also go and opt into other people's emails for within the same similar niche that you're in, and then that way you can get some ideas on what they're writing to kind of stay on top of your prospect's mind. You can also check out blogs and vlog articles, so you can go on YouTube and find content ideas within that same niche. You can go check out blogs within that same niche and then get some ideas from that, and then you can take those ideas and write your own emails around that as well. You can research keywords and search terms that people are searching for. So what does your prospects might be searching for on the internet? So you can go to Google search, Google keywords, and then type in the keywords within what you're advertising for the search terms, and then you can go and find search terms and articles based around that to help you figure out how you're going to write contents for these emails. And that's going to really help you also increase your open rate, because if their search term is high, they might be actually having that similar search as well. So you want to be using this tactic as well. And then also email swipes. What is the email swipes? The email swipes are basically the email copies that the vendors have provided on their affiliate page for you to just use within your email marketing. Now, I don't recommend going and copy and pasting these. You can use the same framework, you just rewrite it in your own words, or you can use AI tools like ChatGPT to help you rewrite the same email that they've already wrote. So they've already had success with the email. So the reason why you don't want to be using the same exact email is copy and pasting these is because there's a lot of spammers out there that will just take these emails and just spam across all the email service providers. So if you're using the same exact languages they are, you might get flagged for spam as well. So you want to rewrite it in your own words, and then you use you can use tools like ChatGPT to help you rewrite them. And then last, of course, use ChatGPT to also help you come up with new email ideas. So within the same niche, right? So if you're in health and fitness niche, ask ChatGPT, hey, what are some email topic ideas can I write about to my prospects? And then it will probably pop up and give you some ideas, and you can kind of build your email sequence around those content ideas. Now we're going to get into one of the most important part of email marketing, and that is writing your subject lines. If you don't write your subject line correctly, if your subject lines are bad, they're never going to open your emails, and they're never going to read what you have to say or check out what you're promoting. So you want to make sure that your subject lines are going to be very engaging, that's going to pique their interest, and writing a good subject line is going to be 90% of your email. Because if nobody reads your email, then nobody sees whatever it is that you're selling, right? So let's get started. The first thing is you want to create urgency with your subject line. So one of the ways to get a high open rate with emails is to create urgency by leveraging the fear of missing out effect, and it's going to motivate your recipients to open the emails quicker. And of course, we don't always encourage people to just write salesy infomercial tactics, but you want to apply urgency in a creative and authentic way that's going to provide true value. You want to show that you're acting in the best interest of your prospects, that you don't want them to miss out on this amazing opportunity. So communicating scarcity and urgency is an easy way to boost your open rates. But you have to be careful not to overuse these tactics because it could lose the effectiveness of it. Next is evoking curiosity. Curiosity is one of the best ways to get your prospects to open up your email. So by using curiosity, email subject lines can help increase your open rates, and it's going to pique your subscribers' interest, which compels them to find out more about what you had to say. So use mystery in your subject lines. Create an open loop that triggers a strong urge in your subscriber's mind that's going to fill the gap of the missing information. So a great way of doing this is like using like cliffhanger, right? So for example, you might say something like, "I can't believe this worked," or "You're not going to believe what's just happened." So things like that, that's going to really create curiosity. Next is you want to get personal. And this is one of the best ways to engage email subscribers is to connect with them on an emotional level. You don't necessarily have to leave them tearing up and jumping for joy, but eliciting emotional response in your language is extremely powerful. And it's one of the easiest way to do this through personalization. So like adding their name in the subject line. So you can do a manual, and even though you just put the name and it's going to be whatever the email's recipient's name, and then whatever it is after the subject line, right? So according to OptinMonster, using first names of the subject line increases open rate by 10 to 14%. Another way is to create personalization in your subject line is to speak to your readers' hopes, fantasies, and dreams through future pacing. So in other words, helping them visualize what could be possible in the near future in just a few words. So for example, imagine your life 6 months from now. So that could be like one subject line. Or imagine your life 6 months from now, right? So that's one example. Next is tell them what's inside. So just get straight to the point, all right? Sometimes being straightforward and to the point with your subscribers does a really good job. And people inboxes are filled with hundreds and thousands of emails, all fighting for their attention. So it's best to just get straight to the point, tell them what to expect inside the email. This is more important if you're sending them a product or an information that's essential to the customer's experience. So for example, your 2-week fitness challenge starts today, right? So that's an example of just being straightforward. The next tip is getting specific with the how-to. So this is a really popular formula, and I'm going to show you how to use this. So basically what you're doing is this is the statement, okay? So you say how to blank, which are going to be the results, in blank time, which is the time it's going to take. And then without blank and then pain, which is the pain that they can avoid. So for example, how to lose 10 pounds in 30 days without going to the gym. That's like one example of the how to. So, and the key here is that you have to be specific as possible. So these types of subject lines have the highest open rate because most people don't what most people want is they want to achieve their desired results in a little amounts of time with very little effort. And the last thing is A/B testing. So not every subject line you write is going to perform the best. So it's important to first do a split test to a portion of your subscriber to see which subject line performed best. And then depending on the results, you can use the winning subject line for the rest of your list. So in the last part of writing a good email, this is one of the more important parts is visual flow. And what do I mean by that? Visual flow is how your email look at a snapshot, okay? And the way you do this is just you want to write an email that's easy to read. You don't want to have big paragraphs. You want to space out your lines, and then you want to be using bold and italic and underlines to kind of highlight the importance of some of the words and components. What this is going to do is it's going to create a visual flow. It's easier for the reader to read and digest the information rather than just being presented a big block of text. When you look at it, a big block of text is very intimidating for the readers. Like, oh, look at all this paragraph. It's like a whole essay. I don't want to read that, right? But if you space it out in these little lines and this, little underlines, and it's going to make it more appealing for the visual. It's a lot easier to digest. The information is a lot easier to digest. This is why a lot of marketers, when you look at some of their emails that you receive, it's very it looks very informal. It doesn't look like an essay, or it doesn't look like a paper. It looks very informal, and that's how you want to keep it with your emails. So let's take a recap of everything we've done so far. We learned about how to write the email so that you can avoid the spam folder, and then the different types of email that you're going to be using to send inside of your email sequences. What you want to be doing is go ahead and create a whole entire email sequence, have it all pre-written in Microsoft Word or other writing tools that you're using. Have it all pre-written for at least 10 days. Or you can do 20 days, that'd be even better, but 10 days is pretty good. And then after that, you can keep adding on. I'm going to show you how to do that as well. And then make sure that your subject lines are good. Make sure that you come up with at least 2 subject lines per email. So for every email, you want to come up with at least 2 subject lines. So that way, when you send one email and then they don't open the first email, they can send the same email with a different subject line so that they can open the second email. And then I'm going to show you how to set up that automation as well. And then of course you make sure that your emails have a visual flow that's easy for the reader to digest all the information. So you make sure that all the lines are spaced out, no big blocks of paragraphs. Make sure that it's easy for the reader to read, right? And then after all that, when you have everything pre-written, we're going to set up the automation behind all that. So when your prospects comes into your funnel from the email opt-in page and they enter their emails, they're going to be receiving the first email and then the follow-up emails after that. So it's all going to be automated. So if you have everything pre-written, all you have to do is just copy and paste. But I'm going to show you how to set up the automation in the next video. All right, so I'll see you in the next video.